Okay, welcome back. My name is the well-known Crazy. You can call me Crazy. So where we left the, so let me try that again. Where we left. All right, where we last left off, I talked to all the companions in here. Bad news. I did a lot of crap. I went to all the places. I did pretty much everything except for the main stuff. So I went to Crestwood and I cleared out the whole place with all the quests. We are going to meet Hawk's warden ally soon. But first, we need a retalk to all the companions because they all have quests. And then once we get those quests, we're going to do those quests. And after that, we will do Hawk's mission. So, as I was exploring everything, everywhere, pretty much, as I, today's not a good day. As I was exploring everywhere, I, oh yeah, okay, I was listening to Hunt the Truth, whenever that came on, and, first off, Hunt the Truth is fucking amazing. It is getting really good. I just watched episode 7. Can't, no, wait. Yeah, episode 7, right? No, it's 6. No. I forgot. See, 6 or 7. I just watched it, and holy shit, is it getting amazing. And I also been listening to Dragon Age novels on audible.com. And holy shit. Again, it is just chock full of backstory, and I love it. I love it.
Inquisitor?
Sadly, I'm not reading any of the ones that implement Dragon Age Inquisition yet. But, let's talk to people.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt without mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
Yeah.
Spending time with such an engaging woman is never unpleasant, Lady Montillier.
Goodness. I'm glad I haven't wasted your day. Well, I've taken up quite enough of your time already. Until next time, Your Worship.
So I think my Inquisitor is gonna be a tease throughout the whole damn game. Oh, more good news. The Witcher 3 is coming out next week, I believe. I am still getting it, don't worry. If you are worrying, I know. And I'm gonna try my best to figure out how to block things out because I know The Witcher 3 has a lot of nudity, and I don't know if you know this, but YouTube shuns nudity. They do not like it at all.
It's good to see you.
Good. You have nothing else to say. I'm actually glad. Wait. Gonna regret this.
Yes?
What do the people make of...
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged.
Alright, good. There's a judgment thing I got here, which I'm not gonna do. It's Samara Crestwood. And you could send him to the wardens once you complete the wardens thing. But you have to complete the wardens thing, so I need to wait until that.
Something you wanted to talk about?
Huh. I thought you were gonna give me a quest. Apparently not. How about you, Solus?
The new power you wield. I heard from Cassandra that it is the magic of the Knight Enchanters. If I am not mistaken, the techniques descend from those of ancient elven mages, called arcane warriors. I wonder what they would think to see their magic used in defense of the Chantry.
They would be proud of me? Who cares what they think? I fear they would disapprove. I don't... Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
We are. If their techniques help the Inquisition, I don't care what...
Of course. The current war must take precedence over the concerns of those long gone. Did you need anything else?
No, actually. I'm surprised no one's talking to me. And, splendid old cutscene, because I know Blackwall's probably gonna say something, and Dorian, so... Yep.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix. He spilled wine on you in Redcliffe, remember? I was trying to discover what became of him. Where he ended up.
And?
Nothing. Redcliffe is abandoned, and there's no trace of him. It's as if he never existed. I think the Venatori found out he was helping me. I think they killed him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
So if you hear noise in the background, that's my AC. Just saying.
Something you need?
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's dead now. More's the pity.
I should go.
Naturally.
Alright.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Let's go talk to Vivian now. I'm sure she has. What?
Be it for me to suggest a training adjustment.
Why are you here?
You are a quick study, Knight Enchanter.
I don't know why you're here. Okay.
It's a noble calling, the Knight Enchanter. You have joined the ranks of the most select mages. You should be commended. So few have the discipline necessary.
I didn't realize you were a Knight Enchanter, Vivienne.
Of course I am, darling. Knight Enchanters serve in the highest echelons of the Chantry and Circle. Where else would I be?
I'm pleased you approve of my choice.
You have your moments, my dear.
Your lost books have been found.
My dear, you are a treasure. Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
I thought you were gonna give me another quest. Oh. Who are you?
We're supposed to have 52 copies of Hard in Hightown, and we're missing all but 4.
What? 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 I am not gonna look for 48 copies of... What? I don't want to do that. Are they marked on the map at least? Nope. They're not marked on the map. I'm not doing that. Nope, not doing it.
You've joined a fellowship with a distinguished history. Knight Enchanters have long served the divine. That is why I pursued this path. Mages do not always have to be at odds with the Chantry. But I understand why so many are, and I don't blame them. But no matter, you have chosen well, and are in good company. I had friends who were Knight Enchanters, who served at Justinia's side, who died with her. It's good to see new mages keeping this flame alive. Anything I should know? I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven, should Corypheus or his lackeys... So far nothing, and the breach has been quite...
Is that? I found one copy, guys. Don't worry, I got one. 47 to go. Go talk to Cullen.
As leader of the Inquisition, you There's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
Why are you doing this?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment. Yes?
Okay.
Strangest thing. When I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a...
An opportunity, Your Worship. If you've a moment, I would speak to you about a potential...
You said something.
The work you have done has... A minimal investment at key points will ensure safe caravans. We have this opportunity because of you, Inquisitor. And we will all profit.
All right.
This is just... It's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
The Grey Wardens are huge and important. You're part of that.
True, but without a blight on the horizon, everything the Wardens do feels like waiting. This, the Inquisition, is what matters now. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
What is this Grand Tourney?
You've never heard of it? The Grand Tourney of the Free Marches. It's a spectacle. Song, dance, wine, every amusement you can imagine. But the greatest part is the contest of arms. Prove yourself in the Grand Tourney, and you can make your fortune.
How did he help you?
There were 100 men on the field, each one fighting for himself. The knight and I had forged an alliance. It was just the two of us, and we took all comers. The goal, down as many opponents as possible. He always let me deliver the final blow.
That was generous of him.
He said I stood to gain everything, while he'd lose nothing. When it was over, he offered to mentor me, to teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older, hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with.
Hey.
Heard you found something that had to do with wardens. Would have
What?
liked to have seen it.
Did you just see
Needing to thank you.
Dennett warp
There are 100 things that need you.
in the background?
You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you, and I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
I am not gonna start with race. Or
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
Are you feeling all right? No voices or anything?
If I start hearing things, I promise you'll be the first to know.
he did it again. Dennett is warping all over the place.
Inquisition?
Heard anything worth...
Too busy to hear things, and that's how I
Ay, ay. I guess we talked to Cassandra.
Inquisitor.
Before we go in the bar and talk to everybody else.
I trust all is well.
She has nothing to say. Surprising. I should, real quick here. Cole. Hmm.
What did I tell you?
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
You still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition, joining forces.
That could be a powerful alliance.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step. They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Kunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's... I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
I thought the Kunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah, just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Kunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and Red. We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Pleasure as always, boss.
Inquisitor. Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
All right, let's hear what you've got.
Jump right in, huh? I like that. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up. So I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Was this a tip from one of your friends?
Not a Jenny. Just normal angry people getting sick of being in the middle. I don't usually hear about things this far away. But having a friend like you is like getting really big ears. Bigger than normal, I guess, because we both... Never mind.
Who's asking for this?
I'm asking, because I heard people complaining. See, when nobles fight, it's not them. It's their little people stuck in the middle. It's like a polite war, so no one pays attention. But if you march through, the people up top feel threatened too. Stuff like this is always happening. Good sovereigns to be made if you're one of the few who notice.
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, you get a little bump among the people just because they see you active. Can't promise anything, but something will happen. Just like always.
All right, Sarah. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere. Getting serious about mage stuff, magic, things. How about not so much? Just asking for not so much magic. Great, yeah?
I'll be...
Oh, I feel like talking to you. So we get Cole and that's it. Then we can continue.
He hates it all because of the darkness behind the door. Some doors should stay shut.
Nah, let's just continue. That'll just take way too long. This will be one whole episode, so 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. Wait, what's that? What's that?
Worship. My Lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the De Winter.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. If there is any chance of success...
Alright, we'll go talk to Dorian, I guess. What's that? Ah, there you are.
Your worship,
What is your evaluation?
we are well supplied, and I foresee...
Alright. Go talk to Dorian. This might be 35 minutes long.
Here we are again.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallwood want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical.
I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
You think your father would actually do that?
No, although I wouldn't put it past him. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
I want Colin to do that one. The local militia will do whatever.